Hi Gemini, welcome to How Love Tarot. This is your weekly reading. I've already pulled your tarot, and what I have is sitting in your present position. Going to be looking at 5 different areas: your present position, your strength for the week, your challenge, the outcome, and then some overall energy that may or may not be a part of the reading. So it's kind of like in the background here, and as and when it makes sense in the reading, I will bring it forward. So what I have for you here, Gemini, is for the present position this week, we have the Justice card, we have the 8 of Coins, both in the upright position. We have the 6 of Wands in the reverse position, and we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse position. It's very clear here that you're trying to sort you're trying to sort your business out. And when I say business, I mean your personal business. So finances, assets, things that you've worked for, legacies, all that kind of thing. You're researching, it looks like you're putting things together, and it has to do with 2 situations in your life. For some of you, this could represent 2 children. For others of you, it's 2 different situations. One is requiring a lot of answers, and it feels like you're trying to be fair in both situations. The other one requires they're 2 different situations, and if it has to do with people, they're 2 different types of personalities. One has to do with kind of being very vocal, and the other one has to do with being very withdrawn. If it has to do with a situation, kind of the same thing. I don't know how I can apply it in a situation, but one has to do with communication and the other one has to do with more cerebral things, things of the mind. So you're working very hard on that this week. When I say working hard, it looks like you're just putting things in order, double checking things. It feels like there is money that you're accounting for that you would like to go in certain areas, and it has to do with this situation. Again, it feels like legacy stuff. It feels like taking care of business. It feels like deciding where you want your savings to go. And even for some of you, taking care of things like wills and estate planning and all of that. But definitely money. Here we have the 5 of Wands in the reverse, 6 of Wands in the reverse, and the 7 of Wands in the reverse position. So I feel as if what's happening here is that you want to be, you don't have complete victory in this area. And so what that means is that you haven't reached your financial goals yet, or your goal of what you're trying to achieve. And here in the 7 of Wands, where you were maybe closed down to some certain situations and just kind of very defensive, perhaps, like, I'm not going to go in that direction no matter what, this is not going to serve me, I don't want to do that. I feel now that there's a softening of your energy, and you're looking at different options, and you're looking at what will achieve this ultimate goal right here. So I feel like there are things that before you'd kind of disregarded that you're now bringing back into the fold as a option. So that's your present position for the week. Let's take a look at your strength for the week. So Gemini, what we have for your strength is we have the 5 of Swords in the reverse position, and we have the Knight of Coins in the reverse position. And this is very good because for such a long time, the energy has been quite stagnant for you. And even though things may be happening around you, they're not actually happening to you in the way that you want. So here in the 5 of Swords in the reverse, you're coming out of a lot of internal conflict. And here where the energy wasn't moving, no matter what you did, the energy wasn't moving. It is now beginning to move. I don't want to spend too much time on this energy because at the end of the day, things are moving for you, and they start to move this week. Now, Spirit is now bringing me to your Kipper cards that are in the background here. So we have Mature Man, and we have bad health. So for some of you, I don't feel like this is necessarily bad health. It's not that you won't, I don't know, have a cold or sniffles or something, or somebody else around you. But this feels like somebody, this actually feels positive, the bad health card. It doesn't feel negative. For me, it feels like some of you are going to be experiencing, I don't know, a birth of some type, a new beginning, stability. Where there has been some stress, I feel that completely turning around, and really, because, you know, we go from bad health to mature man. And if you look at numerology here, we go from 31, which is 4, to 5. So anything that was kind of keeping you non-functional, like inability to move, make decisions, that kind of thing, I feel like it all moves here in the strength position. I feel like you can apply your wisdom. I feel like you have, for some of you, there's global options. You're thinking about things on a much larger scale now, because opportunities are flowing for you, beginning to flow. They're not actually flowing yet. It's just the energy is turning around for you. And so when that happens, creativity begins to happen rather than reactivity, right? There's a difference between reaction and response. And so here in the challenge, we have Judgment in reverse. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse position. And we have the Knight of Swords. And again, it's this kind of, there's this truth that you are resonating with, that you've been dealing with, that you are not speaking about. And, you know, the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. So it's interesting that we have the slowest knight in the deck, the Knight of Coins in the reverse position, and we have the Knight of Swords, the fastest moving deck card in the deck, in the reverse position. So Spirit, do you want to bring it forward in the challenge position for Gemini? So Gemini, Spirit is having me switch up here for a second. You're thinking about a past situation with someone. I feel like there is a desire, there's a challenge here. There's a challenge with them, because in this situation you passed judgment, or judgment was passed, and it is somebody perhaps that it feels like you are estranged from, or you have let go of, and you're not talking to them. So in the challenge position though, as you do this legacy stuff over here, there's something about this person that it's coming to the forefront of your mind, and you're thinking about them, you're thinking about the situation, and you're thinking about communication with them. Here there's some ownership here of, you know, maybe you can, I really feel like you're kind of shifting the way that you're thinking about things right now, Gemini, and it feels like here in your energy that you are able to see things from a different perspective. And so where there's love lost for this person, I feel like in the challenge position, you want it back. I feel like you've been thinking about this person. So for those of you that can't take a person, it may be a situation, it may be an environment, but I have to go with the energy, and it feels like a person for most of you. Now, as I'm coming up to the outcome, let me just say, this reading's not going to resonate for everybody. It's just for a few of you, and it's just for entertainment purposes only. Any decisions that you make, you've got to trust yourself and not trust a tarot reading. In the outcome, we have the Magician, we have the Two of Coins in the reverse, we have the Palace of Cups in the upright position, and we have the Five of Coins in the upright position. And so Spirit, do you want to bring it forward, the outcome for Gemini here? Gemini, I gotta keep going with this energy here. So it feels like in the outcome, you're really thinking about this situation that is lost. There is a situation, so there's been death in your life, and that is apparent for a lot of you that I am reading for. And it's recent death. It does feel like in the last 5 to 6, 7 years that you've been dealing with tremendous loss in your life. And it's made you, it's aged you, it's matured you, it has given you a different level of insight and wisdom. And what's happening here is that as you deal with legacy things and finances and kind of what you want for your life this week, you know, because as you're thinking about others, you're really thinking about yourself. It's kind of like, hey, I'm taking care of everybody else here, but what is it that I need for myself? And there is a sense of whatever this situation is in the challenge position, in the outcome, there's feelings of kind of, you want something about this past situation brought in a lot of warmth, because we have the Palace of Cups here, and it went from being a very warm situation to feelings of abandonment and just everything going well to suddenly everything going wrong. And it feels here in the Magician position that in the outcome that there's a lot of lessons learned or insights gained now that you have perspective on the situation about really how this situation made you feel, and kind of looking, instead of looking at all the negatives, starting to be in that place of healing and looking at what it actually brought to your life. And so looking at the positives instead of the negatives or the challenges and wanting it back. Palace of Cups represents your environment. It represents your home. It represents all the things that bring you pleasure and joy. And again, it feels like a person. It feels, and I know that Spirit is making me feel here that for some of you, there's some a little bit of grieving going on, because this may be an anniversary of a passing of special people in your life. But for others of you that have experienced this, it's also kind of like, life is short. I've lost these people that I really care about. I can't turn anything around with them. Can I turn it around with this person? Because at the end of the day, you've got love for this person, and it shows it here. This person changed your environment. This person gave you opportunities. This person made you see things in a different way. And this person really helped you to ground and feel very, very, very strong in what you were doing. So again, for those of you that can't take person, change it to situation. But I have to go with the energy, and it feels like a person. Lastly, in the second layer of your outcome, we have the Queen of Cups. And here we have loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing, deep psychic insights, caring for others, but forgetting to take care of yourself. I just kind of said that. Trust your intuition, a deep love for family and friends, follow your heart. And all I can say, Gemini, is this just reiterates and reinforces what I just said. I don't read the oracle card. I don't know what the oracle, I haven't memorized these cards. I don't know what they're saying. I only get the information as I'm reading it. And this just to me reinforces everything that I just said. And that really just to me, for you, validates the fact that if there's somebody in your life that you had deep feelings for and love with, and you're estranged from them now, it shows that there is compassion on both sides. It shows that, you know, there's a lot of intuition here. So your person may have been extremely intuitive. Also, it shows here that they really, you know, when you think about intuitiveness and sensitivity, they really got you, right? They really understood you and made you feel yourself. And it didn't feel like a sacrifice in regards to that situation. It felt like a desire, a need, a want to kind of step into that situation. And so and that's why the loss feels so big, right? That's why this feels quite difficult, because as you try and replace this situation or person, you're not successful at it, because, you know, this is a Queen of Cups, right? There's only one Queen of Cups in the entire deck. This person is who they are, and you know, there was a deep respect and love and admiration for you, and there is a deep love and respect and admiration for them. So for the outcome, it seems like that's what you're thinking about. It seems like, you know, as you take care of business and fix your legacy and wills and estate planning and finances and savings and taking care of others, there's this very big spotlight on, okay, but what about me? And what do I need? And it has nothing to do with finances. You take care of that quite easily and effortlessly as the tide begins to change here, as things begin to move in your direction. But what you're thinking about is the person that you want back. Okay, Gemini, I hope that helps. Over here is the drop down menu coming up with your 2022 readings, money, career, and finance. How do they feel about you? Your singles reading, please, please, please check those out. Especially if this is a love situation, please check that out. The singles read, or how do they feel about you? And check out your monthly readings. And also, I do advise you to check out your weekly readings for January. Time is fluid, and in these readings, it's very important to understand that even though I'm giving you a reading for this week, many times it's very important for you to look back at past readings so you can validate what's happened. And so when you are looking at these future readings, it helps you to understand where you are in the process, especially if the reading has been validated. Gemini, that is your reading. I hope it helps, and I will speak to you soon.